So welcome back to my studio. I'm Azim, and I'm going to be talking about how to use EZDrummer with Ableton Push. One of the things that Ableton Push does really well is it has a drum rack that is geared towards finger drumming, and it also has a step sequencer if you choose to use it. Now, I've always wanted to try that out with EZDrummer, but when I use EZDrummer, because it's an instrument and it's not a drum rack, Ableton Push views it, gives it a different layout. And that doesn't work for me. So I'm going to fix that, and maybe we can do it together and have the end result of being able to use EZDrummer inside a drum rack. Without further ado, let's just get into it. First thing I'm going to do is I have a new Ableton session. It's completely factory, so there's no template or anything, so you could follow right along. Next thing I'm going to do is take the drum rack and drag it into a MIDI track. So I've got a drum rack right here. So on the Ableton Push, I can basically tap any of the 16 squares. There's a better word for that. The 16 pads, right? And you can see that my finger shows up here on the screen. So next thing I'm going to do now is get the EZDrummer plugin. So I've already downloaded that plugin. I'm going to search for it and drag in EZDrummer into any square. It doesn't matter which one, and I'll show you why, right? So right now it's on square number 1. And that hits the cymbal, you can hear the cymbal. But any other square does nothing. So the next thing I want to do is press this button, and just so that you know what button that is, right? That is the chain list. So that shows you each of the mappings, right? And then within the chain list, you want to open I/O so you could see the receive and play. And the one thing you want to change here is click this button, the receive, and then scroll all the way up and say all notes. Now notice that EZDrummer on square C1 went away because all squares affect EZDrummer now. Right? And that's a really cool thing. So what I'm going to do now is open EZDrummer. And when I open EZDrummer, it looks something like this, the default configuration. And I didn't realize that Ableton was playing this whole time, so we got all the way up to bar 59. That's okay. But now that we've stopped, we can open settings inside EZDrummer. And inside EZDrummer settings, you want to click on eDrums or MIDI in. And what this allows you to do is if you go to mapping, you can basically map every note. You could see which note is mapped to what pad. So the kick apparently is at C1, and the other pads are at somewhere else. Now, I'm going to get into this, mapping this in a separate video, but I want to show you, because I've already created a mapping that works for me for finger drumming, and it really feels really organic and as close to playing real drums as you could get with finger drumming. So what I'm going to do now is move over to the preset that I created. Go to user preset, finger drums. And just to give you an overview, just a quick overview, is I have the kick, you could see at the bottom here. And I have snares right here. Hi-hat here. And the hi-hat can be closed with my expression pedal. So now I can close it and I can play something like this. So I'm just doing that with one hand. If I add another hand, the grooves can get more complex. But the point that I wanted to show you is that we've done the thing that we wanted to do, which is we can play the drum rack with EZDrummer. We have this nice grid on the push. So that's what I wanted to show you. I hope it was helpful, and I'm going to have a lot more videos on different content related to music making in the upcoming videos. So stick around, and I'll see you in the next one.